We had to take care of business in the Emirates Stadium, people, against Brighton. It is 2-1 for the Gunners, people. We simply had to take care of business. Manchester City played earlier today against Nottingham Forest and they got their victory. Sharkey scoring their late winner for them. So therefore, we had no choice but to take the 3 points against Brighton. This is the match reaction, my people. Welcome back to the channel. This is Stockholm Gunner. Now, we started quite nicely in the game. From the start of the game, I mean, we had a glorious chance. Victor Gyökeres had a glorious chance. It was a simple ball, long ball, front cross side over the defenders, and Gyökeres had to just finish it off, and he couldn't finish his dinner. Seriously. 2 minutes later, Bukayo Saka running in from the right side, right, creating a good chance. Instead of crossing it across the goal, he took the shot. I mean, if he crossed that one, seriously, the back post, Victor Gyökeres and Trossard was lurking there. So he should have crossed that ball into the box itself. And then 14 minutes into the game, people, we got our first goal. It was a good worked out attack from the boys. Started with Declan Rice heading the ball to Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka running into the box, people, and carrying it back to Martin Ødegaard, who's standing outside the box, and Martin Ødegaard took the shot and he scored. It was a brilliant goal. It was seriously a brilliant goal, people. And I thought Martin Ødegaard did actually perform pretty all right in this game, right? One thing he was doing was that he was going a little bit too deep down into our half. I didn't like that. Why? Because we have Zupermende in that position who are able to take care of business in that area. So there was no need for Martin Ødegaard to go down deep into our half, but he was doing that. But overall, when you look at his gameplay today, it was absolutely beautiful. I mean, we did create many chances in this game, right? So, and another thing that I realized with the game was that every time Bukayo Saka did run past his defender, he was crossing those balls into the box, but most of them was a high ball into the box, right? We really didn't create those low crosses into the box until later on in the second half, people, right? And that we need to work on. We need to do a bit of a variation between the high crosses into the box and the low crosses into the box. And the low crosses are always very dangerous, people. And then the first half ended. We had the 1-goal lead there. We came back out from the dressing room, start playing, pressed them pretty high, right? And we got a corner. Just about 52 minutes into the game, we got a corner. Declan Rice took that corner. He crossed it in, and the Brighton player, Jorginho, got hit to the ball, and it went in on goal. That was 2-0, people. Absolutely beautiful. And we were leading the game 2-0, right? And we keep going at them. But the thing is that we tend to do is, seriously, it annoys me. It seriously annoys me. When we get the lead in the games, when we have a goal, we tend to sit back and invite pressure on ourselves. We shouldn't do that. I have said this many a times, right? That is pretty dumb thing to do. That is idiotic thing to do. When you have goals like 1 goal or 2 goals, you should be going for the killer, scoring the 3rd goal and the 4th goal if you possibly can do that. And we didn't do that. And when we sat back and just basically invited the pressure on ourselves, Brighton came into the game and they scored their goal. Just around 62 minutes into the game, Brighton scored. Gomez scoring that goal for them, basically. And we did a couple of changes just around 60 minutes into the game, people. We brought in Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Magalhaes. Yes, the guy is back, he's fit, and he played the last 20 minutes in that game. Or was it? Yes, it was the last 20 minutes in that game. And I have to say something. When Gabriel Jesus came in, no, before we go to Gabriel Jesus, Victor Gyökeres, look, back this guy, right? I seriously think that he is a good player, right? He's a good striker, but he didn't help himself today. Seriously, he did not. He had a couple of chances, some of them half chances, right? Especially the first chance that we had in the game, early in the game. He should have buried that one. He should have buried that one. He had another chance. The cross came in from Bukayo Saka and he was lurking at the back post. I don't know what he was waiting for. The ball just came to him. He didn't know whether to head it with his header or whether to knee it towards the goal, right? He didn't decide what to do basically quick enough, and he didn't do anything with it. The ball hit him on the chest and then he went out for a goal kick. Now that is not covering yourself with the glory, people, right? And then the other chance that he had was a ping ball thing that was in the box, and the ball was headed to Victor Gyökeres. All he had to do was just simply get ahead to it and just knock it further into the goal. And he didn't take the chance. You need to take the chances. You're not going to get many chances in the Premier League, and you seriously have to take the chances that is created for you. Bukayo Saka certain times was very selfish. Instead of a passing to Victor Gyökeres, he was taking the shots or crossing it to the back post, right? So therefore, Victor Gyökeres, he did perform all right, but he didn't take his chances, right? And if he continues playing like this, I think Mikel Arteta is going to put him on the bench. That's what I think. So Bukayo Saka ignored Victor Gyökeres a lot of times. Victor Gyökeres did not take his chances. Gabriel Jesus came into the game just around 72 minutes into the game, and I like what Gabriel Jesus did, right? He was playing as that hold-up player, right? Bringing the ball down. And one thing he did was that it was a long ball that came to him. He brought it down on his chest and backheeled it to Mikel Merino, who crossed the ball across the face of the goal. And Bukayo Saka was lurking at the back post, but the defender came in between and basically took that ball out for a corner kick, right? Another glorious chance that we had was that Martinelli was brought in as a substitute. Bukayo Saka doing his usual run on the right side, crossed the ball across the goal, right? Martinelli got a foot to it. He simply has to score there, but he skied it. It was over the goal, basically. Yeah, the Brighton did had a chance, a brilliant chance from Minte, where he cut back on his favorite left foot, took the shot, and David Raya came out with an absolute beautiful save, people. That was an absolutely beautiful save from David Raya. Gabriel Jesus, another thing that he did was that in the box, there was a cross into him. He brought the ball down on his chest, and he was a little bit too late with triggering that shot off. So therefore the ball was blocked, people. But we did get our victory. It is 2-0. It is 2-1 against Brighton, right? Beautiful, beautiful thing from the boys. We did not play brilliantly, but however, we played good enough to take the 3 points. Now we are back on top of the table, and hopefully we will go into the new year with that table lead intact. That is beautiful. I'm gonna end it here, people. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you're new around here, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and for my regular audience, you know the drill. Hit the like button for the video, and I wish you a good afternoon. Take care.